Welcome to Industry Game.
Awesome, we're live. Jade, welcome to the pod.
Thanks
For coming on.
I think this is the earliest I've ever shot a pod.
Yeah, this is an early one. So awesome. Well, Jade, I always want to start the pod off by introducing the guest. And I think that there's nobody that can give a better introduction than the guest. So if you want to just give a little overview of who you are and what you're up to, like 1 to 2 minute overview, and then we'll get right into it.
Cool. Well, I'm Jade Shenker. You may know me from Netflix's Owning Manhattan, or if you are from New York, I am one of the top commercial brokers here. I was named one of the most, what's like a non-cocky way of saying like one of the best brokers in New York. And yeah, I'm just doing my thing. I got started in real estate at an early age because my family grew up in it. And it gave me a chance to do things in a fun, different way. Being a woman in a predominantly male industry, I've been able to have a lot of fun with it. And, being a young woman, there's not that many women in sales who give good advice. So I've sort of made my way in understanding how to lead with femininity and being myself. And obviously with the age of social media, it's been amazing to kind of transition from, okay, well, I'm a commercial real estate agent to Netflix star, entrepreneur. And, I love that I'm always myself in a male-dominated world, which is my favorite. Like I used to think it was a scary thing, and I hated it at first, because I had assumptions that people thought I was dumb, or things that probably were true. But with every disadvantage, there's a huge advantage if you understand how to.
Yeah. All right. So
let it fuel you. Yeah.
No, 100%. So, all right. So you're obviously on Owning Manhattan, which is a huge show. I want to kind of hear the story of kind of how you got from being interested in real estate and kind of how you got there, and kind of walk us through that, and kind of from an early stage, did you want to be in media or in entertainment, and pair that up with your craft, or is this something that just kind of fell into your lap?
It's kind of crazy because if you're someone who grew up with me, I filmed everything. I remember there was one time, me and my best friend, who's in Miami, she was cooking, and this is right when Snapchat just launched.
Yeah.
And she was cooking, and I put a little Snapchat story, and I was like, $10 bet that she burns it.
Yeah, and she burnt it?
Worse, she set the kitchen on fire.
She set the whole house on fire?
She set no, actually, and, I go in, she's screaming, it's smoking, and then it turns into a fire, and then, I couldn't do anything. I don't know how to do a fire, so I filmed it.
Yeah. So this is your first form of getting into social media and entertainment.
I've just always filmed everything. I feel like everything is entertaining and it's fun.
Yep.
And I genuinely love that. So, doing what I do, whether it was working or dating or just life, I loved filming it. So it was such a natural thing to go into reality TV. Because I was I was born for that. I love
it comes natural.
Yeah.
Well, it was so funny when we were walking in. We were talking about the B-roll, and it's for some people for you it comes easy, but for some people it's it's a little foreign. I'm not used to doing the vlog style, walking down. You know what I mean? And some people, it's you can see some people are a little awkward. You were so easy and natural with it. But when some guests come in, it's just a little bit, you never know what you're going to get. But I think that it's something that I've always been interested in for sure.
Yeah.
So you're from Miami originally? That's
So,
where your phone number's from. So it
yeah.
popped up as Miami. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're from Miami.
Well, I'm a New Yorker, and as every New Yorker who's smart, I spent a lot of time in Miami.
Smart. Yeah.
So like the real story is my dad, who was a developer, like all my family were developers here. So they owned like a lot of buildings in like the Bronx and in like Queens and Brooklyn, whatever. My dad came in, he loved like, my dad's like quirky. He's like, and like, imagine like a group of like men, like Playboy men with the cars and the big boob women, like very like
yeah.
that's like my family.
Really?
And I'm like this like girl who's like, hi, like
Yeah.
you know, and they're like, you're not supposed to work, and I'm like, no, but I like to. And my dad loved the East Village. He saw like big opportunities.
So wait a minute, just to rewind the clocks back to him, how did he start? Was he a developer from the start, and like did he move to New York to do that?
Yeah, he was born in New York in a location called Scarsdale. All my family were like, my family's like New Yorker.
Okay.
I think my great grandfather like escaped the Holocaust and came here. And then he was like the main person who started real estate.
Really?
He was like very strict, Orthodox Jewish man. And then everyone after that was like a lot more chill.
Right. All right. So they start by doing on the development side, and then they build
buying,
from there.
yeah.
So walk me. Are they buying, developing? What is their
Everything?
strategy?
So like I mean, back then, real estate was a lot different. I think it was just like saving money and buying stuff, and then believing in areas and investing. And you know, my great grandfather was like very strict, and my grandfather was a little bit cooler, and it's just like all these like cool guys, like it was like all men. And then my dad loved like the lower Manhattan area.
Yeah.
And it was kind of similar to what it is now, where it was like the West Village was always very expensive, and East Village, Little Italy, Mulberry, Phi-Dye was, or at least East Village was like edgy, like mafia.
All right. So when you're growing up, were you always fascinated by real estate and knew you wanted to get into it?
You know, I saw it almost as like a boring business almost. Where I was like, okay, well, like there's a bunch of men doing this. Like, can we make it fun? Like, it's kind of like if you have a laundromat business and you see a lot of people doing the business just as is, collecting rent, doing these things.
Yeah, you want to get involved.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, like, how
I
do we
want to
make
get
this
invited
better?
to the party. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like we can make this better, like, you know? And yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was like, you know, the stories that I heard, like dealing with like mafia, and my grandfather was like, he was like a Freemason. Like it's just like so much history and
Do you have any wild stories you can
richness.
share about them and the mafia back in the day, or can that not come on air?
Just like one where like, and I could say like my dad has dementia now, so I can't like I try to get like more information from him, but then like I don't think it's accurate, but I do know that there was a story where he was like trying to collect rent, and this person was like not paying him rent. And like back then, like you just have a baseball bat, and like I think, you know, my dad was like really in with the mafia, so
That's how they would get their rent when they needed to.
yeah.
No, that's wild. So all right, so you grew up in the real estate space, and then did you go to college in New York, or did you get right into real estate right after
Yeah,
school?
so I went, I started college early. I did dual enrollment. Again, like just like super high achiever, because I feel like people thought I sounded dumb. So I was like, okay, I need to prove everyone wrong. And I would like, you know, be really smart, whatever. And then I went to college in Florida. And then after 2 years of college, I was going to run for commissioner, fell in love, moved to New York, started working for my dad. And that's kind of how I got started in real estate like properly.
All right, so you're working with your dad, and then from there, how long are you working there before you make the jump to
Serhant.
Serhant?
I kept on like kind of working for my dad throughout everything.
Yeah. And on that front, are you doing more development or selling, leasing? What are you doing?
It was like more management,
Yeah.
like managing an asset. So like kind of like everything, like
Yeah, like property management.
yeah. It was like, and it was like construction, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it was leasing. So that's how I got started in leasing residential and then commercial and then doing that for other people. And then there's a building that a friend of a friend was selling. And I ended up getting an accepted offer for $46.5 million.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
To take that, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of building was it?
It was 2 buildings, 2 mixed use buildings around this area actually. 36th
So was
Street.
that your first big deal?
It ended up not closing, which sucked. But like that was my first big girl deal where I was like,
I'm here to stay.
I was like, okay, well, I need to be with a real brokerage.
Right.
You know, like I was like, I can't just like handshake deal this.
Okay, so when did you make the jump to Serhant?
That was 2021, I want to say.
So you left the family business to go to Serhant, or did you do something else in between?
Yes, I was working for a couple different companies. I've worked for a big company that I don't say publicly because
That's all right. You don't need to say it.
Yeah,
You take it
yeah.
off air. You got to tell me later, though.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's not.
I'm only kidding.
It's a big company. I just don't say it because there's a lot of
Totally.
whatever. But then I worked for Oxford Properties, which is like who did a lot of like Hudson Yards
Really?
and stuff. Like I worked for a lot of like corporate companies, whatever. And then yeah, like when I made the jump to Serhant because I saw what Ryan was doing, and I was like, okay, well, I could either go with like a commercial established brokerage, and you know, kind of do what everyone's doing, which is cool, fine, or I can kind of do what my heart's going towards, which is like, as an owner, I'm so frustrated with the fact that nobody is marketing stuff. Like,
Right.
why is it acceptable for a broker who I'm going to be paying 6 figures to
Yeah.
just list something without photos in a video? Like, how
Sell
are
it. Yeah,
foreign
yeah.
buyers going to see anything? Like, I was so frustrated, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like,
Oh, because you felt like the brokerages prior to Serhant were really like stale and not
so
being creative with any of
yeah,
it.
as like a easy background, residential brokers, I mean, you see all the time, they like do videos, they do all this stuff. Commercial brokers, this industry standard is you don't really have videos, barely photos, and everything's just kind of like you make a call, you look at the numbers. But
Yeah.
in the age of post-COVID, you have so much money in the world.
Yeah.
And there's no way that a foreign person's going to be able to see something. You know what I mean? So I think that was a big thing for me. So
And at Serhant, did you see that they were like, that was what their focus was?
their focus was marketing. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to have like a mentor in the commercial space here, but I'll be able to bring something that I really believe in. And I'm young. I have the time to do that.
Yeah.
So that's why I went there, and then the show happened. So that was
All
cool.
right. So how long after being there did the show start? Or did you know it was coming right away?
No. I had no idea. We did a casting maybe somewhere within the year that I started working at Serhant.
Yeah.
But even the casting, like, you know, you don't really know that it's going to be a real show.
Right.
So yeah, we did the casting, and then maybe a couple months later we did, you know, it was like one cast, and then 8 months later it was like a new cast. So people were kind of being like,
Oh, so you guys were
deleted.
casting. It was like a trial. You were trying people out, putting together the team.
it was kind of like they were seeing what was working, and And then, it's been a lot of, okay, well, these people work, these people don't. Sometimes you go in the room for the meeting and then you notice that there are people that were in the last meeting but not on this one.
So they're gone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all right. So tell me, like, what is it like working for Serhant and being on Netflix and all that?
It's like, so Serhant in general, being that I do commercial, it's so different. Like if you were to ask a residential broker, it's, I think for me, it's really cool because I love startups.
Yeah.
Like all of my clients are, or a lot of my clients are like tech startups or venture capitalists. And like, I love that.
Yeah.
So, it's cool where you have a boss who's just like a go-getter and like always just kind of like, he's like a public speaker and a motivator and also like, a genius when it comes to like marketing. So that's really cool. But, it has been, okay, well, how can I make commercial in general better? And it's great because it's like they're always down to make things better. Like,
is most of the team residential?
Yeah.
Got it.
90% of the company's residential.
And on the show, are you the only one that covers the commercial side?
Yeah, only person.
What's your favorite like asset class under commercial? Like retail, office space?
Yeah.
Well, I thought office space was like the boogeyman. The office space is good now. It's coming back.
I mean, that's why I love it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like there's such a misconception and like there's so much money in it. And it's like when you understand how to leverage because you're so in it, like there's just so much money to be made and so many opportunities and so many deals.
Right.
But like you need to be in it. So that's what I love about it. And like the more scared people are of it, the better for me because they're better deals.
Yeah. Well, I also don't think that there's that many other people on, like, I feel like, well, we do industrial real estate through our manufacturing business that I work with my family in. And it's such a, like an old school style, you know what I mean? Like the brokers are very quiet. Like it's all old school. There's not a lot of marketing.
Yeah.
And then now I feel like you're the only one that I know on TV that's talking about commercial real estate on a reality show, where a lot of everyone else is talking about like the residential,
houses,
the shiny houses and stuff. But like, what is like this? Obviously the scale fluctuates like crazy, but like what's a massive office space in New York go for?
It
like
depends.
On the high end, yeah.
Like, I mean, a high end could be like $250 a square foot, which we have on the market just 5 East 59th Street, which is like if you're near Central Park and you're by the plaza, there's a building that we're leasing out, like super class A, under construction, whatever. But I would say that like it depends on like what area, what floor plan, what vibe. There's a lot of opportunity in like lower Manhattan.
Okay, why is that? Like, everybody's moving there?
Yeah. Everyone's going there because you have to think it's like,
what is lower Manhattan? What area is that?
Lower Manhattan is like Soho, NoHo.
Okay, I like Soho.
Yeah. Westville, everyone loves Soho.
Yeah.
Tribeca.
Soho's great.
Around there.
Soho, it's so funny because every neighborhood you go to is so different. You know what I mean? You go to Soho, you go to Kips Bay, you're going to...
It's so different.
It's so different. You go... you know what I like is... what's that place? It's meatpacking. Meatpacking looks like the seaport of Boston a little bit.
Yeah. Are you from Boston?
Yeah, so I'm from Boston
I'm
originally.
sorry.
Have you been out there? Come on, don't sleep on Boston.
I lived there.
You did?
Yeah,
How long did you live out there?
6.5 months.
And you were like, I got to get out of here? What's this I hear about Serhant might be coming to Boston, though?
No, I have a listing in Boston. We're selling it for $13.25 million.
Office space?
Multifam.
Nice. I did
Multifamily.
multifam.
Okay, cool. Maybe you have a buyer.
Yeah, I did like low income. I just sold a bunch of units, but I just
nice.
I did like low income multifamily housing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
a
many
great.
crazy stories though.
Yeah.
Like
Oh my gosh.
it was like I had so many wild stories. I had a guy. So my brother and I got this building probably we're like 2 months into buying this building. And we have no idea what we're doing. We're like figuring it out as we go, right? And one day I go down to the basement to like make sure I was like checking something in the basement, and there's like probably 6 inches of water in the basement, and it's a pretty big basement. And there's like 6 inches of water, and I'm like standing at the stairs, and I'm calling my brother. I'm like, hey, there's like a ton of water down here. And then I'm like, there's like beach chairs in the water with like an extension cord running through the water. And I'm like, did you see this? Like, do you know what's going on down here? And then I'm talking to him. He's like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, why would there be beach chairs set up in the water with an extension cord running through the water?
Are they trying to kill someone?
No. There was like squatters chilling in the basement. They had like nips, you know, like the little booze nips.
Yeah.
And like they had like beers down there. They had like, but I was like, wow, this is we got to change the locks. So squatters were probably just hanging out down there. But like
That's
that was one of those things
crazy.
that I realized like you don't learn it until you get into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I did kind of like, as crazy as that situation was, I'm like, these guys are literally sitting in water with an extension cord to like their whatever. I don't even know what their extension cord was doing.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that was a crazy experience.
That's
like
wild. Yeah.
yeah, like a major fire hazard. But I'm like, what the fuck is going on down here? So that
Yeah.
was like one of my stories.
I know. I feel like everyone like kind of wants to learn real estate.
Yeah, they don't want to like they don't want to get into
No,
it.
It's like you have to just like do it. Like,
Yeah.
there's no like, you could learn like the basics, but like,
Yeah, no book's gonna teach you like
no.
when you walk into that situation.
Yeah. And no book really should, because
Yeah. So all right, so you lived in Boston for 6 months. What part of Boston?
North End.
Okay.
Yeah. I my ex got a job offer at what was a small company called DraftKings, which is now
Huge.
a massive company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So moved to Boston for that.
Got it. And you were like, I gotta get out of here. Well, it's tough going from New York to Boston.
Yeah,
I love
Miami
Boston.
and New York to Boston.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I love Boston. Chris, have you been to Boston?
Yeah.
So I love Boston. I just don't that's where I grew up, so it's home, whatever. If I were to live in any city, I would pick New York, but like with what I do, I need to be in Boston. But I do like that I can kind of pop in and out of the city relatively easy.
That's fair.
And like I love my car and driving around.
Yeah.
Like I don't like feeling like trapped to the subways and the taxis and like
I feel that. Yeah.
you know what I mean? I like being in a car. Iced coffee
Yeah.
in the cup holder.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Just cruising.
you are, yeah, you're definitely, the fact that you said iced coffee, that's like very Boston.
Are you not an iced coffee girl?
So I feel like there's two classifications of people that do iced coffee.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a girl or you're from Boston.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? If you live in Boston, you either get like a black cold brew or you get a Dunkin' Donuts, like 10 pumps of sugar, 10 pumps of cream, and like those are the two options.
Yeah.
I just get the black coffee.
Yeah.
Black cold brew.
I was a Dunkin' person.
You were?
Yeah. It was like it was like so interesting because it was like Boston was like very Dunkin' and then New York's like very Starbucks.
Yeah. I'm a Starbucks guy.
Really?
I didn't get one today, but Chris hooked it up with the coffee machine.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But all right, so I want to what does the day to day look like at Serhant? Like I want to walk us through the behind the scenes. What does it look like?
Yeah.
Walk us through your normal day, like a Monday morning. How do you start your
I mean,
week?
it depends. Like, am I filming or not filming, or am I doing press?
You are telling you whatever you want.
Okay. Well, it depends. Like if
Like this Monday, what will
this
Monday
Monday
look like? Yeah.
like I'm probably in meetings.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to do showings on Mondays if
Okay.
I can. I mean, if I can't help it, then I'll do it.
Yeah.
But it's like waking up in the morning. I'm normally I check emails.
But do you guys go into the office every day?
I personally don't.
Okay.
I'll go into the office maybe once a week for like something, whether it was like filming or like
Okay.
or maybe like a meeting. But I find that I like working from my home office because like if I'm on a Zoom, I have like my lights set up, I
Yeah.
have like my cameras. So like and also it's like a lot of simulation for me. It's like we're like in the heart of Soho. So it's
Yeah.
like
Oh, that's where your office is.
yeah, and it's like a big Serhant sign.
Yep.
And being a public person now is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But also it's like, sometimes when you have to work, and a lot of the clients that I work with are I need to keep things very confidential. Sometimes it's hard to
Yeah.
get business done when I'm
Yeah.
around so many people,
So the showing, like you guys aren't filming. How often do you guys film?
So if we're looking at like a calendar year,
Yeah.
from the time that we start filming to the time that we end filming, it's like maybe anywhere, I would say like 9 months of filming.
Okay.
And then after that, from the time that we start filming to the time the show airs is about a year.
Really?
Yeah. So much changes within that year.
So you say you film for 9 months, right? How many days a week does that mean you guys are going in and getting on?
It depends.
Or is it all just documented throughout the year and then they piece it together?
They kind of like will start filming, depending on like what we have going on. Like
Right.
they'll be like, "Oh, Jade, what do you have going on?" I'm like, "Oh, I'll have this, that, and I have this going to contract. I'm negotiating this. I'm going to talk to this client, whatever." And they'll film things. So sometimes it'll be like 3 times a week, 4 times a week, but then it'll be like all day sometimes. And then when you're not filming, you're like, okay, I need to get outfits for filming, or I need to like plan.
Do they help you guys with that?
No.
Or it's all on your own.
Uh-huh.
So do they do like makeup? They don't do any
No.
makeup, styling, any of that. So you guys are you guys got to show up, put it
So we
together.
have to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can't be broke.
Right. Okay, so the show so when did the show originally launch?
We started filming, I think, in 2024.
And then it aired 9 months later?
When did we start filming? My brain.
Did you have too many martinis last night?
Yeah.
Were you doing martinis last night?
Yeah.
I was gonna
Aperol spritzes
Were you?
and martinis.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was married and I got cheated on the show. So in my brain, I'm like, well,
Oh, no way. I'm sorry to hear
yeah,
that.
well, it's good TV. It's fine.
I bet you got a ton of views from it.
Yeah. So I'm trying to. I think that was late 2022. Maybe we started filming 2023, and then it aired 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Then 2024, following year 2025. Yeah, 2025. No, 2024. Quarter 4 started filming for season 2. Then that aired December, quarter 4, 2025.
Got it.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. And then in terms of like with the team, how close are you guys outside of work? Do you guys do a lot outside of work? Or is it pretty black and white? Like,
It depends. Like some people, like, so we're a cast of like, I think 11 or 9. I don't know. Some people get fired.
right.
So some of us are super cool with each other, like hang out, whatever. But the thing is, like, there's so much drama on the show. So there are people that like we would probably never hang out with. So like you kind of have like your like little cliques,
Right.
within the show.
Wait, so how many people are on the show?
So I think we have a total cast of 11
And then
or
how
10.
many people work at Serhant total? Is it like, I don't know
Oh,
the exact
big.
number.
It was like, I mean, that like, I don't know.
So there are realtors
1,500?
at Serhant in New York City that aren't even on the show.
Oh, yeah. Most people who work at Serhant aren't on the show.
And you can't like work at Serhant and just like weasel your way into an episode?
I mean,
Or like, can you apply to get on the show within the organization?
you can.
Yeah. You just got to
But-
figure out your way in.
I mean, yeah, you can, but there's so many powers that be.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes like we had a girl that was a cast member and she filmed.
Mm-hmm.
She was great and she got completely cut out of the show.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's one thing about Ryan Serhant that you would like to share with everyone else that other people don't know about his work ethic or
About Ryan. Ryan dyes his hair. I'm just kidding.
Ryan dyes his hair gray? He does it the opposite.
Ryan dyes his hair gray.
Does he really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, imagine that was his branding.
No, I asked him the other day, I was like, do you dye your hair? And he's like, no. He's like, everyone keeps that. I was like, because it looks so silver.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Ryan's really smart. I think that's like the biggest thing. I think like on the show, like, you see him be smart,
Yeah.
but I don't think people really understand how, and he's always like trying to learn. Like, I think, he's always, he's like trying to learn like coding right now. And I'm like, don't we have like so much AI that does that? But he actually genuinely loves learning. And I think that's a really great lesson for everyone.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of like his discipline, like what does his day-to-day look like in terms of like work ethic that you?
I mean, he wakes up super early and like he fits in everything he has to do within like 15-minute increments.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as like a boss, I always look at that and I'm like, okay, well that's like, I try to do that in like 30-minute increments. And like, he's always like thinking really big. And like, I remember one day he was like, this is right before season 1 aired. He texted me and he's like, I want you to put $1 billion on your vision board. And I never even thought about that. Like that, like.
Didn't even cross your mind.
No. And I was like, that was the first time where I thought, and I was like, I'm not thinking big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now there's,
And does he instill that in the whole culture of the company? Like everybody's got to think big.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, he also like, he started as like a real estate agent, right? And now he like oversees a company. So it is, I can imagine, very hard for him to have FaceTime with every single person.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that is like a realistic skill set of like an entrepreneur.
Yeah. And then one last thing on that, like what's one marketing thing that you've learned from Ryan Serhant that you'd recommend to anybody else who's starting a business that you see him do on a day-to-day that allows him to expand his audience like this?
For marketing, I think what he does really well is he hires people around him that are enthusiastic. And like he's one of those people that like he's always adapting. Like he's never going to be like, "Oh, well, some algorithm changed," or like there's a new app, I give up, or like I can't figure this out.
Right.
No, he's always adapting to the times and like social media strategy and team. And I think that's why he's been able to consistently grow on socials and media and figuring things out and getting better because he's always just like constantly adapting, which is, I think, a constant that I see a lot of successful entrepreneurs do.
Mm-hmm. How important would you say it is as a realtor to be putting yourself out there and taking your online presence seriously?
I think that it's overrated.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that it's great if you love it.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that like, for me, I love it. Right.
Right.
And I think that if you're somebody that like loves the social media aspect of things, you double down on it. But on the other hand, I think that right now, from what I see, I think, again, I personally see so many real estate agents try to do social media and they copy and paste what other people are doing.
And it doesn't come natural to them.
No, and it just feels, for me, it feels like not authentic. And again, media is constantly changing. Like I don't want to see things that maybe were a strategy for someone 4 years ago. Like being a real estate agent and posting certain things 4 years ago was great.
Right.
But now you need to adapt. And like if you're just constantly doing things because you think you need to do it, I don't think that it's, for me, if I was, and I do this all the time, I hire real estate agents, for my place in Miami and, or like I refer stuff. I don't want to see someone who is being inauthentic. Like I want to see someone who like either they're on social media, they're being themselves.
Right.
Like, yeah, they post a listing, but I don't want to feel sold to. I think right now, especially with the age of like influencers.
Yeah, we're getting like inundated with everybody selling everything.
Yeah, it's like just be yourself. Like let me, like I want to feel like you are being honest and transparent with me and not forcing something down my throat because you're going to make a commission check.
100%.
If
you were just graduated college and you wanted to get a job at a place like Serhant, what would you do to get that job?
I would work in-house somewhere first.
At a smaller firm or something?
I would like work in-house as like an admin's assistant, like to like a construction company or development company. And I would first develop the network of people in my sphere and learn, like, because what I've learned from like working with like a lot of interns is like people can be very green. And I think when you want to be around like seasoned people, sometimes like it's great to one, get it like a little bit of like a salary or an hourly wage while you're learning.
Yeah.
And two, developing a unique perspective so you can be like, okay, well, I know how this works. I know how that works. Because whenever you're working with a real estate agent, you're working with an entrepreneur who has a million things going on. So coming into it and working for someone at Serhant, you kind of want to know, okay, well, this is how that works.
You need to know,
works.
you need to know what you're doing.
Like you can't, yeah, exactly. And like it makes more sense to do it while you're getting an hourly wage. And then you can be like, oh, I see this person. I love what this person's doing. Let me suggest, oh, well, I can help you with socials or I could help you with showings.
Right.
And I think that's how you kind of
stack up your skills.
Exactly.
How has being on Netflix and being on Owning Manhattan changed your career?
I think that it's people don't talk about this a lot, but being on reality TV is like having another job whenever you're shooting or when you're doing press. So it's forced me to go from a real estate agent to a machine so that when I'm not on my phone, I have things that are already like answering things for me. There's like automatic scheduling. Like my phone doesn't need me to execute things for me and for my calendar.
Yeah, and you're always selling now that you're online. Like now that you're on Netflix, like anybody that's watching your show, that's a new potential lead.
Yeah.
At scale.
Yeah. If you close it though.
Right. But I'm just saying it just gives you so much more reach. It allows
100%.
so many more people to know about what you're doing.
Yeah.
So even if they buy or they don't buy, it's just like the probability of somebody reaching out to you is so much higher when you have a million people watching.
Yeah. I think for me too, it's like, it feels really great to have been able to like inspire a lot of women and guys too. Like, I think that it's awesome because commercial real estate's like super gate capped. Like we have a guy, he's out in the Hamptons, he's an agent, and he used to work at another commercial firm.
Yeah.
And he was like telling me that like, for him, it was like, what commercial brokers did to him. It's kind of like hazing,
Really?
whenever
Yeah.
he first, which I get, bro culture or whatever. But like, I just think that commercial real estate is such a gate kept industry, and it's kind of like a boys' world. So it's been really nice to be able to explain it in a way where people and like women can be like, oh wait, that's really cool.
Yeah,
So
and
I
they can
kind of
get
like
involved.
that. Yeah.
Definitely. What is your favorite part about living in New York City?
I think my favorite part about living in New York City is just like the density of absolutely everything. Like if I go outside, I'm going to see a pizza shop.
Mhm.
I'm going to see probably a celebrity. I'm going to see a crackhead. I'm going to see, I don't know, like a taxi cab with,
There's
something
a million
crazy.
things going on.
It's just like it is incredible. And it's like when you walk into a coffee shop and you see the barista's a barista. He's probably an aspiring boxer.
Yeah, you never know.
And it's like, I think that it's just so dense in like ideas and culture and history. I mean, to me, like there's no other place in the entire world.
No, nothing like it. If you weren't in New York, where would you live? LA? Miami?
I don't drive, so LA is hard.
Yeah.
I'd
You
have
don't
to
drive
budget
at all.
for a driver. I don't know how to.
That's all right. You live in New York. You don't need to drive. Luckily for you. Mick's not here yet, is he?
That's why we have boys.
Yeah. Will you let me know if just give me like we'll probably be like just give me like a thumbs up when he's like maybe 10 minutes away or something.
Tell Nick to join in, grab a.
I know. We'll grab Nick. We'll grab Mick that chair. All right. And then is there one restaurant or social club that like is home base for you that you love the most?
Yeah, Zero Bond. That's like,
Really?
Yeah, that's like my.
Is that your favorite one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've never been.
Okay, cool.
They're opening one in Vegas, right?
Yeah. So I'm flying over with my girlfriends.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Do you like Vegas? I need 24 hours in Vegas, maybe 48.
Yeah,
maybe.
Vegas.
What about you? 48? 48's a long time.
Vegas
in
is a little trashy.
But if you go for like an event and get out of there, you're good.
Yeah. And I feel like it'll be like all of like my friends. But yeah, Zero Bond's probably like I think it's just like it's like a real social club. It's like, you go in and like it like feels like family and like it's like it's great. And like I have the best girlfriends in the world.
That's awesome.
And they have the best spicy dirty martini that I've ever had.
Are you going tonight?
Oh.
What's your Saturday night spot?
Saturday night? Oh.
Like what are like your go-to spots in the city?
Go-tos.
Trying to get a little bit more.
Yeah,
dialed in
I
over
love
here.
Domino's. I just love ordering Domino's at home.
Domino's
but if you're
is
gonna
good.
go out,
I actually don't mind Domino's pizza.
yeah, Domino's
And their
is
cinnamon
like,
knots are great.
wait, they have cinnamon knots?
Cinnamon knots, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you
I've
got to
never
try those. Get
had.
those tonight. They're
I
great.
will. I think go-to spots like Zero Bond. Like I love Zero Bond.
Yeah.
But also there's a restaurant called Sartiano's.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite place. Like,
Do you know where I went last night? Beef Bar. Have you been there?
no, but I've heard good things.
You know, it was actually pretty good. I had a reservation last minute, and we ended up having to wait a while. But the GM just like took care of all the apps, and he ended up sending out a bunch of apps, which was great. So we got like we probably got like $150 of apps just comped.
Oh wait, that's amazing.
But they sent everything out, and I had like the best server I've ever had in my life at Beef Bar. So shout out to Beef Bar. My vibe going into it was I was waiting a while, and the lady at the front was not very nice. So it started out really rocky, and then
I was gonna say tag Beef Bar unless you're.
I know. Shout out to the server, Sammy. I got her name. Sammy and the GM completely turned it around.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just gonna say, like, they changed my whole perspective on it, and it was actually great.
Oh, that's amazing.
But it started out terribly.
Yeah. How'd you get the reservation?
Open table at like 30 p.m. for
You
a
should
night.
take a look. This is like not sponsored at all, but there's an app called Dorsia.
Okay.
They actually invited me last night. There's they do like these like member events.
Okay.
And what they do is like they get you like the hard reservation, so like the corner store.
Oh yeah. Have you been there?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it worth all the hype?
Yeah. I think that
I'm a foodie, so
okay.
I'm strict.
Corner store, Sartiano's.
Okay.
Trying to think what else. I'm not a foodie, so this is hard.
You're not?
Yeah, I went to Resdora last night.
Was it good?
Resdora is like really popular.
What's more important for you, the vibes or the food?
Vibes.
Yeah, I think I'm more vibes too.
Yeah,
what about you,
right?
Chris? Food? Food over
Really?
vibes?
So like, what's your like food?
I'm a producer, man. I don't go outside.
No.
Wait, but all I'm saying is like I'd rather have like a great experience where the ambiance is great, the people watching is great.
Same. Corner store.
It's a good scene. Yeah, so I'd rather the scene be a 10 and the food be an 8 than the food be a 10 and the scene be an 8.
Yeah, I agree 1,000,000%. Yeah.
And I think good service is my favorite. Like I love good service.
Yeah.
And you know what I do love? I love an exclusive spot that has somebody at the front that's cool that isn't like
Stuck
a
up.
huge bitch. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I don't want to like whether if somebody's just like super rude, I don't like that. But I feel like some restaurants think that that's the move to have like the person at the front be just a huge jerk. Like I don't know if I
it's
like you can be politely direct. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Without like this lady was looking at me like, "Oh, you got a reservation on open table?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did."
I hate
George,
that.
it's under that.
I know. It's like it's mean. I don't like that either.
Yeah.
Well, we don't like her. So
Yeah, well, we do like her back a house that stood up for her and kept that place moving. But the
I'll put that on my list. Beef bar.
yeah, Beef Bar, try it out. And then one other place I was gonna say that I love, Katsunori's my spot during the day for sushi hand rolls. You a
Yeah.
sushi girl?
You know, I love sushi, but I prefer it in Miami.
Yep.
You know, but I do like Katsunori.
Yeah.
Like that's a really good. That's
It's
like
a
a
good
great
spot.
place. There's also you should go to my friend opened it up. It's called what is it called? Oh man.
You're gonna
Stand by.
You're gonna have to text it to me.
It was like Namu Namu, Naku Naku. Oh man, damn it! Is that fucked up? I don't know the name of it. Naru Naru, Nori 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 Nori.
Nori? I don't know what it is. But
I'll
you gotta
text
text
it
it
to
to
you.
me.
Best restaurant. Oh, and then you should go to if you're going on a date and like it's like a very special occasion. Great Michelin star restaurant called Frivo. It's in a gallery.
Okay.
It's like an art gallery, and then through one of the paintings is the restaurant.
Your food pops out of a painting.
Yeah. And you go in, and it's like a secret Michelin star restaurant.
Really?
It's amazing.
Yeah, no, this is a hot take, but I will say that New York City has better food than any city in the world per ethnic genre of food or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it.
You think that's a hot take?
Like no. I think that like the Italian food in New York's better here than in Italy. I think
Oh,
that
shit.
I think that I haven't been to Japan, but I think that like the best sushi in New York's better than the best sushi in Japan. And I definitely think that the best pizza is not in New York. It's in Connecticut. That's my hot take,
All right.
Jade. That is my hot take.
That's clickbait.
Do you
I
think
can't-
so? Do you
What?
Do you not
I'm
agree?
from CT, bro. You missing?
You think so?
That
Dude, have
our
you been?
sushi
Dude, have
is-
you?
Yeah, I've been. I'm from
Are you saying that our sushi is better than Japanese sushi?
I haven't been to Japan, so I can't make that claim. But I will say that, yeah, I just think that New York has the best chefs. I really do.
I'm like actually offended for my Japanese friends.
Well, I'm saying the Japanese food here is unbelievable. I just think that like the the arena to have a Michelin star restaurant here is like so competitive. And I think that, I think per capita, they have the best Italian, Japanese, and all other ethnic foods.
Okay. All right. Well,
Where do you think?
Domino's cinnamon rolls, cinnamon
No,
sticks.
cinnamon knots. You got to try them. Where would you say the best food is?
It depends. I think like
It's
I love
not that
Italian
wild of a
food.
take. New York's got pretty serious food.
I think we're the best, but like not Italy has great food, and like
I lived in Italy.
Japan. You didn't like it?
I mean, I loved it and I thought it was great, but I definitely do think that like,
Here has better.
I mean, I went to like some of the best restaurants in Italy.
Yeah.
And I loved them and they were so good. I'm just saying that like New York definitely
Fair.
stands a chance in a lot of these arenas because they're bringing a lot of these chefs over here.
Yeah. I actually think that like Italian food and French food, best here. I think like sushi or like seafood, I prefer Miami. I think it's a lot better. But honestly,
Boston has good seafood too. Like if you want lobster and stuff, pretty good. Maine lobster, are you kidding me? Oysters. Have you been to Maine?
you remember how we were talking about food versus ambiance?
Yeah. The ambiance is not the same in
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the dining experience, like having good Italian food, I want to kind of have it in like a New York setting.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a big thing for me. And it's just my preference.
Yeah. Also, let me like I do appreciate like your understanding that New York's better than Boston. Like that's great. That's really rare for a Bostonite to say that.
Well, I think that like that. Yeah, I mean, I think that I'm aware of like what I love about New York.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
I mean, I'm not saying I love New York more than Boston, but
But you're saying New York is better.
I would say
which is great.
I would say I
appreciate
would
that.
live in New York if I had no ties to Boston.
Yeah, that's great. That's what we
And I think
need.
it's fun to pop around here. I think it's so easy to do so much, and I love the speed of New York.
Yeah, I
You-
appreciate that.
You know what I
Thanks.
mean?
Yeah, yeah. I got in many Irish bar
Bar fights in Boston in the North End.
like they're like, New York sucks, and I was like, you know what sucks? You're wearing sneakers at a bar.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. The fashion's a lot better in New York than Boston. I'll give you guys that.
Yeah. But I also think it's like culture too, and you know, I did like Boston. I think actually Italian food in Boston is underrated.
You think so?
That is
In the North End?
incredible
Yeah.
Italian food.
Boston's pretty good. They got some good stuff there. We got the best hospitals, best schools.
Yeah, probably. It's
So-
really clean.
Yeah.
Not even the rats want to
Another
live in
thing
Boston.
another thing I do like about Boston and the Northeast of like New England is the you can go to the beach. You know what I mean? You got the Cape. You can go skiing,
Yeah, that is
and it's
true.
all like within like a couple-hour drive. you
yeah,
know?
totally. That makes sense.
So that's that. All right. So I always wrap up with this question: if you could have dinner with anyone from any time period, who would they be and why?
Ooh, that's a great question.
It could be anyone.
From any time frame. Do you know who Cleopatra is?
Yeah.
I think her. Like I watched her. Netflix does like series.
Yeah.
And I watched that, and I just feel like everything that we've heard about her is so interesting. Like she ran empires and, you know, started wars, and like it was just so interesting.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I think probably Cleopatra, the Queen of Egypt.
All right. And where are you guys?
Fucking boss, and also like her eyeliner slays. Like,
Does it?
yeah, it's like pretty badass.
There you go. And then where are you guys going to dinner?
Where am I going to dinner?
Yeah,
with
where are
the
you guys going? What kind of food are you
Cleopatra,
guys having?
Queen of Egypt?
Yeah. You taking her to Zero Bond?
Oh yeah, that's,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah. Taking her to Zero. Actually, that's like kind of sick.
Awesome. And then aside from your own and Serhant, what is your favorite brand and why? And it can be any brand.
Favorite brand?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a great question. I think my favorite brand would be, are you thinking like consumer brand or like?
I always give the example of like Starbucks is a brand for me that's like I'm so impressed by because anywhere I go, I can just go to my app and order it, and I can get the same product anywhere in the world at the same amount, like the same speed.
Yeah.
So I think that that's a brand for me that's like that just it's just so reliable. It's there, and that's mine. So what's yours?
That's an
It could be anything.
interesting. I mean, there's so many, but I think the one that is popping up right now is Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
I think that it's really interesting that you go from a sunglasses company, which has incredibly high margins. There's nothing really, honestly, that special about a sunglass other than just the people who own it and how you market it. But I think they're stepping into AI and their Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I think that that's brilliant. That and probably Instagram. I think Instagram's such an interesting. I love companies that adapt. That they start out with one product, and then they adapt with the times, and that's why like Ray-Bans is like they have like the Meta AI glasses. Like that's so cool. And then to constantly just figure out, okay, how can I make this product that is the equivalent of a coffee cup, and how do I make that the best and the most innovative to then like for people to honestly copy.
Yeah.
So I think that that's like it's like pretty cool.
No, that's what's up. Awesome. Well, Jade, I appreciate you coming on. Can you
Yeah.
let everybody know where they can find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram, which is my first and last name, Jade Shenker. Or if it's business related, you can email me, jade@serhant.com.
And obviously your show.
Oh, yeah. And then if you guys like reality TV, you can find me on Netflix's Owning Manhattan.
Awesome, Jade. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That was great.